If you are someone that loves playing indie puzzle games that you can smash out in 1 or 2 sittings, then you are going to love CLeM. If this is a genre that doesn't really interest you, but you have an appreciation for great art direction along with a game atmosphere that provokes and maintains your curiosity, then let me tell you why you should pick up this game and give it a go. Because I think this is one of those games that can be people's first introduction to this kind of genre and get them to explore other games with a similar ambition. You've probably never heard of CLeM, and at the time of writing, if you search up CLeM review on YouTube, you get a couple trailers, a playthrough, and one single review. So, let me explain why you should pick up this hidden gem.
Wake up and bring me beauty.
CLeM is a narrative-driven puzzle game developed by Mango Protocol and published by Iceberg Interactive. The game is available on Nintendo Switch, Steam, Epic Games, and GOG. It currently will set you back $23.50 Australian dollars or around 16 US. The game is actually part of a franchise that Mango Protocol have been building called Psychotic Adventures. So if you really enjoy your time with this game, then you'll straight away have some other games on your wish list ready to pick up. First things first, I highly recommend playing with a controller, and you'll get a message when you start the game saying that this will give you the best experience. While you can use a keyboard, there is no mouse support, so you'll need to use the keys when navigating and the spacebar button to interact. This can be done, but it's a bit clunky and not very intuitive. A controller is definitely the way to go here. You play as a nameless ragdoll character, which reminds me of something of Little Big Planet's Sackboy or the movie Coraline. The game begins with you waking up to a voice demanding you bring it beauty. You'll pick up your notebook and begin your journey exploring the house and solving puzzles, piecing together all the memories of the past. I won't say too much more about the story because a big part of it is unraveling that mystery, and it's hard for me to talk about without going into some spoiler territory. But it does have a few dark twists which can keep your curiosity provoked. The game can take you anywhere from maybe 2 to 4 hours to complete, depending on how fast you'll be able to quickly understand what the game wants you to do and how long it takes you to execute that idea within the puzzles presented. So a really important component of this game is the puzzles, and I think Mango Protocol executed this perfectly. The game takes place in a large house, and you'll spend most of your time walking around picking up various items that you can separate to extract specific components or combine with other items that you find along the way. For most of these items, there is only one specific way they can be used, and the puzzles themselves are linear with one specific but accessible solution. At the start, I said that if you have not played this sort of genre before, this is a great game to dip your toe in and test the waters, and a large testament to that is the difficulty of the puzzles. I personally did not find any point where I was completely lost and the solution was something that was either unintuitive or unfairly hidden. I found the game fairly straightforward at the beginning, and throughout the mid to end game, there were some challenges which asked me to think outside the box or interpret the information presented to me in a new way. So there is a really appropriate balance here, and I felt a good level of satisfaction when solving some of the more complex puzzles. I have to give a special mention to the art designers here, because it is crucial that the game presents the information to you in a way that requires some level of creative interpretation, but it is not so abstract that I got frustrated or resorted to looking up a guide or giving up. In fact, on that note, the art designers did an incredible job drawing all the individual props and rooms. There was a high level of detail in all of the spaces. Posters and toys in a child's bedroom, the lushness and variety in the greenhouse. All of this helped give the rooms more depth and drive the story without using any dialogue or exposition. I can't show it here because it's in the end game and I don't want to give away any spoilers, but there was one instance where I walked into a room and I saw a perfectly drawn blue tin of Danish cookies, specifically the ones where I swear every mum or grandma in the world stores their sewing kit in. It was a moment where I went, oh, I know what that is, and you'll find a lot of those along the way which help you connect with the space. Speaking of which, I want to talk about the way the chapters progress in the game. Each chapter limits you to only being able to enter certain rooms in the house. As you progress, not only will more rooms open up and become available to you, but you'll have to revisit previous rooms again as certain elements within those rooms may have changed in the next chapter. You can use items you collect, like a lens to see hidden secrets in a painting, or a runic key to open previously locked doors and drawers. There are always new ways to interact with the room in a way you couldn't have done so beforehand. Now, backtracking can be a bit of a scary word for gamers, where they are told they have to constantly visit the same rooms over and over again. However, it can work really well if the game achieves two things. Firstly, the environments need to have depth and detail. They can't be boring or else you'll hate going back to them. And secondly, the game needs to have a genuine purpose for telling the player to go back there. CLeM achieves both of these things and to a high degree. I never felt bored of being in the same environment, and whenever I got a specific item, I got that feeling of, oh yes, I know exactly where this item can be used. For me, the ultimate goal of a puzzle game is to provoke a genuine sense of curiosity and intrigue. I want to have the desire to always uncover the next clue, to help understand and piece together the mystery presented to me. CLeM does a fantastic job of putting together a presentation with fantastic art design, music, and a diverse range of puzzles that doesn't feel repetitive or tiresome, and always kept me thinking outside the box. The dark narrative twists alongside a detailed artistic vision makes it well worth the price of admission, and I think the team at Mango Protocol should be proud for what they have achieved here. Like I said at the start of the review, whether you are always looking for the next indie puzzle game or you've never attempted anything in this genre before, I can safely recommend that CLeM not only has something to offer you, but can also help spark a newfound interest and appreciation for the vision, creativity, and execution that goes into making a game like this.